This is a warning. The Grim Reaper of radio, Bob Romanik, with his off-the-record show is about to air. He's probably the nastiest and craziest son of a bitch that you've ever had the misfortune to encounter. The Grim Reaper show will be very controversial and probably quite tasteless. If you are even slightly offended by controversial matter concerning religion, racial matters, politics, or life's problems, you are hereby warned to turn this program off immediately. The Grim Reaper show will be, like his face, very scary and very ugly. At this time, not proudly, but shamefully presents to you, Bob Romanik, the craziest son of a bitch on the radio today.
This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Good Monday morning. I guess it's good. Everybody knows what's going on throughout the weekend with the all the killings down in Orlando, and I want to give my condolences and heartfelt wishes to everybody down there. I know they can't hear us up here. Everybody's doing whatever little they can do. It's a mental thing. You don't really see anybody get killed. Don't give a damn what color, man, woman, gay, straight. You know, this country has come to the point. You know, this crap happens all the time overseas. Happens over in Israel, happens over in Pakistan, it happens all over, and it's been happening all over forever. Now it's finally came to this great United States of America, and this is our new norm. This is the new normal for us people. Don't think it's going to go away. It's never going to go away, and it's not going to get any better. It's not going to get any better, but these ass-white politicians, they all want to get their 2 cents worth in. They all want to say what's politically correct. And it's just, it's not a good thing. Again, 50 people died, 50 some odd wounded. And I'm probably going to piss some people off. And, I didn't even feel like being on the air today. I may just cut it short because, see, I don't give a damn. Don't give a damn. But and again, I'm going to piss some people off. It wasn't so much a gay thing. I just think the gays, I believe that the criminal idiot thought that the gay community, especially during Gay Pride Week, were the most vulnerable and the easiest target. Guy ain't gonna go, I don't think, gonna go out and kill somebody because he's pissed because two guys are kissing each other. That's what his father said. And maybe that's it. But how the hell are you gonna stop somebody from doing that? I may get pissed. Guys get pissed because they see their old ladies kissing on somebody and then they kill them. I mean, it's the situation. It's not our country. It's not our morals. It's the situation that dictates what direction people go. Now, this idiot, I'm sure he said he praised ISIS and he was supporting ISIS. And, you're going to get a lot of these stupid son of a bitches. But now with 50 people dead, and it's going to piss some people off. Now the gay community, and again, my condolences to those families. Don't give a damn if they're gay, straight. And I'm trying to be serious now. Don't give a damn. They're human beings. They're family members. But now they're using this. Two groups of people are using this that piss me off. The gay community and the people against gun rights. And that's not what it is on either end. This guy just thought, hey, might as well kill, it's gay pride. I'm going to make a big splash. That's who I'm going to kill, and I don't like gays anyway. Now the gay community's all up in arms. It doesn't have to be the gay community. It could have been the Jewish community. It could have been the Boy Scouts. It could have been a meeting of anybody. But see, some of these people now are going to take it and they're going to run with it, just like Hillary Clinton and some of them. And I'm not just pointing her out because she's a Democrat. Don't give a damn about Democrats, Republicans, all these ass-white politicians. You know, you can put them in a bag, shake them up. They're all the same. Not the public servants, not the people that get elected to do for all of us. I'm talking about these ass-white politicians, the organized Democrats, the organized Republicans. I'm tired of organized. They take an organization and shove it up their ass. But now on television, on the news media, it's, we got to get rid of these guns. The people got to take the guns out of these people's hands. How the hell? You're going to take the guns out of people's hands when you pass laws? You're going to take the guns out of the people's hands that don't violate the law. You're going to take the guns out of the people's hands that want to abide by the law. You're not going to take the guns out of these criminals' hands. They don't have these guns. Didn't have the guns, he would have used a knife. He'd have used a bomb. We can't get a bomb, can't go to the store and in 3 days get a bomb, can we? They still use bombs. They know how to make bombs. What the hell are we going to do? You can't get bleach anymore because that helps with the bomb. You can't get this anymore. You can't get fertilizer. We're never going to grow any crops because you can make a bomb out of all that crap. It's society, people. And now people, let's get rid of the guns. I told you the guns were the problem. No, the guns aren't the problem. But the political asswipe son of a bitches are going to use this tragedy. They're going to use this tragedy to try to reinforce and try to escalate their political agenda. Their political agenda. Let's get rid of the guns. And there's a lot of people that maybe not feel the way I do. See, I'm a convicted felon. I can't carry a gun. And thank goodness, because I get so pissed, I'd probably be walking up, well, never mind. But you cannot stop crime. You can control it somewhat. You can definitely punish it. And that's what we have to do. We have to punish crime. We're not going to stop crime. The only good side for law enforcement is to be able to punish crime. You can't hold it against the police officer because he wasn't there when this crap happened at this nightclub in Orlando. But you can hold it against him and our judicial system if the proper punishment is not handed out. And it's usually by the courts. And the courts are political too. But people start that crap, and I thought about it all weekend. And I see everybody crying, and rightfully so. But now it's going to be a political game. It's not going to be a game of tragedy, a game where people have lost their lives. That's secondary, and everybody knows it. That's secondary at this point. All the gun rights people, they're getting on one side. The anti-gun rights people on the other side. The gays are coming to one side. The anti-gays are coming to the other side. I heard some asswipe on TV early this morning. See, that tells us that, see, the gay community needs to be protected. We need our own laws. This transgender. See, everybody's mad. You see, we need to have transgender bathrooms. We need to have this. We need to have something up your ass, and I'd say that, but they'd probably enjoy it. Don't take a tragedy like this and make it a political game, a political pawn. And that's what they've done. That's what the gun rights people have done. And it just pisses you off. It pisses me off. Let's take care of what little housekeeping we have. Lines are always open. We are America's voice of freedom. Definitely the Patriot. Call toll free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. If you're gay, call in and tell me I'm wrong, will you? And if you're straight, call in and tell me I'm wrong, will you? I don't give a damn. But I'm tired. Everything revolves around this political bull crap. Everything revolves around somebody's agenda. You know, not the way it should be. Want to say hello to Jeff and Amanda Low-Key. I talked with those good people in Wood River yesterday. And I want to wish 50th happy birthday on June the 15th to Denise Nord She's the niece of Ben Leahy, good friend of mine. Want to wish her the best, the 50th birthday. I guess, what is the date today? 13th. Well, hell, we'll wish her a happy birthday again on the 15th. It just, I didn't want to be here today. Probably people don't want me to be here either, so that's good for everybody. Got the car cruise coming up June the 19th at Fisher's Restaurant, 2100 West Main in Belleville from 4 to 8 p.m., and it's going to help out the food pantry. It's food pantry night, so if you guys can make it out there, please do. And we have the Washington State 4th of July Family Fun Fest from July the 1st to July the 4th. It'll be held at the Washington State Park, 13,041 State Highway 104 in DeSoto, Missouri. Don't forget, you can pick me up on iTunes. Type in Bob Romanik and or the Grim Reaper Radio. You can go to our streaming site, insanebroadcasting.com. One word, common spelling, for the best of all three of our great stations. You can listen to me, my repeat performance, every day at 4 o'clock p.m. and now broadcasting from the graveyard to the graveyard shift every night at the stroke of midnight. Please like us on Facebook, KQQZ 1190 AM, and also KZQZ 1430 AM. You can go to my Facebook page, Fans of the Grim Reaper, and don't ever forget the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition on Facebook for the best of all the political satire, political information, political entertainment. On this date, June the 13th, 1774, Rhode Island became the first colony to prohibit importation of slaves. On this date, June the 13th, 1866, the House passed the 14th Amendment guaranteeing civil rights for blacks. On this date, June the 13th, 1888, Congress created the United States Department of Labor. On this date, June the 13th, 1912, the first successful parachute jump from an airplane was made by Captain Albert Berry in Jefferson, Mississippi. On this date, June the 13th, 1930, the first nudist colony was barred. A sad day for sweet cakes. Well, I don't say if it was a male nudist colony, so maybe it wasn't such a sad day. Who knows? On this day, June the 13th, 1967, Thurgood Marshall became the first black Supreme Court justice. He was nominated by President Lyndon Johnson. On this date, June the 13th, 1997, a jury sentenced Timothy McVeigh to death for his part in the 1995 Oklahoma City bombings. On this date, June the 13th, 2005, a jury in San Maria, California, acquitted pop singer Michael Jackson of molesting a 13-year-old Gavin Avenzo at his Neverland Ranch. That's what happened on this date, June the 13th. Through all these years in our world's history. Here's another one. The Mike Jones Memorial Golf Tournament to benefit the athletic department at St. John's the Baptist Catholic Church in Smithton. It's going to be held this Saturday, June the 18th, at Fairfield Golf Course in Columbia, Illinois. Sign-up times at noon. Shotgun starts at 1 p.m. If you have any questions or concerns or would like to get involved in this great tournament, the Mike Jones Memorial Golf Tournament, you can contact Angelo Alvarez at 618-558-8754 to get involved in the Michael Jones Memorial Golf Tournament to benefit the athletic department at St. John's the Baptist Catholic School in Smithton. We've got some callers. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hello?
Hello.
Yeah, my only comment is, I'm not for gays or against them, but if the FBI had this guy twice and let him go, how did he get the guns and the ammunition and everything if they were watching him? How did he get there in the first place? Somebody should have been on the ball before it even started.
Yeah, Alan, I agree with you to a point, but the FBI talked to him twice about two different investigations. And see, that's what's good and bad about this great country of ours. If the guy wasn't guilty of anything, the FBI shouldn't have been following him around. See, that's when you live in a free society, a free country, you got a lot of good, but you got some bad, and that's the bad. If somebody said you did something, Al, and you didn't do it, you wouldn't want the FBI following you around, would you?
don't know if they're following me now or not. I can't say. But
no, but you understand what I'm saying, Al. We can't just keep. If somebody says somebody does something, or police investigate, and they don't find any credible evidence, they gotta go a new direction. And but Alan, agree with me or not? In this great country of ours, we're all free, and all these freedoms give us the opportunity to live free. But it also is very dangerous at times. Agree or not?
I agree to a certain point, but we're not really free. We're not free at all. Everybody thinks, well, we're free. We can do what we want, go where we want, say what we want. You can't anymore. You say the wrong thing, you offend somebody, you're in court. If you step on somebody's property when you're not supposed to, you step aside to let a woman pass.
Hey, you smart ass! Now you're giving me crap, aren't you? I know what you mean, Al.
You got to be in this country. You got to be wealthy and a politician to have anything and do anything.
You know what, Al? I have to agree with you, buddy. Thanks for the call, Al. But Alan's half right. Well, no, he's more than half right, and I'm not saying he's wrong, but we have a little bit difference of opinion. I understand when they had evidence, or they had some semi-credible evidence, that this asswipe, this killer, this no-count, good-for-nothing son of a bitch, Muslim bastard, and if he was a Muslim or not, it makes me no difference. It makes me no difference. I want to protect my people. And this Trump phenomena, I don't agree with everything Trump says or does. I don't agree with everything anybody says or does. But when he says we have to keep some of the Muslims out, we have to vet them before they come in, and then you get these stupid son of a bitches, Americans, of course. We got to let them all in. No, we don't have to let anybody in. Why is our borders always so open and nobody else's are? I don't understand that. We got another caller. Go ahead, caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Yeah, Bob. This is Bob from over here in St. Louis.
Uh-huh.
I have a power wheelchair I'd like to donate to a veteran or somebody that really needs it. I figured you could get that done.
Well, Bob, you know what? I sincerely salute and appreciate you for that. Can you give your number out, Bob? That way we're giving this car away on July the 4th. Can we give your number out, and one of the vets can give you a call, and maybe you guys can work that out? Would that be too much of a problem for you?
That wouldn't be a problem at all. It's 314-972-2303.
Are you a vet, Bob?
No, I'm not.
Well,
I have leg problems.
You're sure a patriot. You're sure a patriot, though, buddy. We appreciate. No, don't thank me. Thank you. For anybody that couldn't make the military, that loves the military, that loves our great country, you weren't a veteran, but you're sure a patriot. And Bob, thank you very much. Give us that number one more time, will you?
Okay, it's 314-972-2303.
And what is it? One of those mobilized chairs?
Yeah, it's a electric powered chair. It's old, but it still works. I mean, somebody can use it for a while. I used it for a long time. I finally got a new one, so I figured I'd donate this one.
Okay, Bob, thank you very much. Thank you very much for caring about our veterans. Again, this situation with this shooting down in Orlando, I understand. This wasn't about so much gays, and this wasn't so much about terrorism, I don't think. It's about insanity. There's a lot of people that are just insane, and they want to go one direction. They feel they've been left out by our great country, so they want to go some direction. And I'm going to be a terrorist, or I'm going to be this, or I'm going to be that. I don't believe this was organized at all. I think the guy was delusional. And I feel for all the family members, feel for every family member. But when it's all said and done, let's don't play politics. Let's don't make this a political thing, because it's a criminal thing. Got some more callers? Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
Hey, good morning, Bob.
Good morning, sir.
Glad you're there. This is Michael calling from St. Louis.
Yeah, Mike.
Hey, my biggest thing, I think if like all these mass shootings, this is why I'm a big proponent of concealed carry, or maybe open carry, is if somebody would have been concealed carrying, that guy would have got maybe one shot off, if that.
You know, Mike, I agree with you. You know, over here in Illinois, the same thing. I'm running for state representative. One of the first acts of legislation is going to be that you can't get in trouble. There's businesses over here, Mike, and I'm sure they're over there, that says even though you can carry a concealed weapon, even though you're qualified, you've been trained in that weapon, you can't bring it into this restaurant or that bar or that whatever. Well, I'm going to leave it out in the car, and then the asswipe criminal, he's going to know that the decent people aren't going to violate the law, so he knows that they carry guns, so he's going to go to their car where he knows they have a gun because they can't carry it in the restaurant because there's a big sign, no guns allowed, and he's going to go in there and rob everybody with the gun he stole out of your car. I don't understand people in business mentality. If you can carry a gun, let people carry them.
Exactly. You know, and I won't go into those businesses. You know, Schnucks used to have those goofy signs up, and they had basically had, I think, 8 employees massacred, basically, up on Natural Bridge in Union several years ago.
Right.
And then the signs came down. But if somebody in there would have had a gun, they're only going to get one shot off.
No, I agree, Mike. What do you think? Do you agree with me or not on the situation where I'm sorry for the families? My heart goes out to all of them because you lose a loved one, you know what it's like. But now there's going to be these politicians. It's all going to end up being a political agenda for these people. Agree or not?
Oh, it's totally going to be a political agenda. Hillary Clinton already was saying, we got to ban all guns. And she said something goofy about, in memory of these victims, people should turn in their guns.
Hey,
well, she's got, when they assign me a personal bodyguard like she has, I'll turn in my gun. But until then, I'm not.
Yeah, maybe you ought to ban liberal lesbians from running for president. You think we could do that?
That might be the first ban we need to enact. Hey,
I tell you what. Hey, Mike, thank you very much for the call, buddy. Appreciate you listening. Appreciate the call. But that's what's going to happen, people. And again, don't want to get melodramatic. I don't want to go crazy on this subject because it's not the time to go crazy, but it's the time to be honest. It's the time to understand in this great country of ours that this crap's going to happen. People can walk around free. They can be free. And the one gentleman, and I semi-agree with him, the FBI had this guy in their sights. But when they found out at that point there was nothing to it or they didn't have enough to charge him, you can't put surveillance on everybody. You know, this is a free country. You just have to wish for the best. You know, you have to wish for the best, but sometimes it's the worst that happens. But feel free to give us a call, toll free. We are America's voice of freedom, definitely the Patriot. You can call toll free 1-888-394-1430. On the east side, 394-1190. And we'll be back right after this break. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM. Insane broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Again, let's not forget them. Let's not forget anybody that's life's taking away sooner than it should. But I gotta say, and it's gonna piss some people off. Why did I always say that? Everything I say pisses somebody off. Why do I always preface that? I'm gonna quit doing that because I know it's pissing somebody off. I think it's wrong. I think it's wrong to fly the flag at half-staff. Give a damn if they're gay, straight. Until we fly the flag at half-staff for every police officer, every military hero, every first responder, everyone out there that helps protect us, until we fly the flag at half-staff and one of them die, the hell with flying the flag at half-staff for the politicians, for the gay community, for the straight community. I don't give a damn. It just pisses me off. Flying the flag at half-staff when these brave military heroes. Now, hey, I'll tell you what we do. Let's just keep them over there in the foreign lands, and let's don't have just one fly home that was a hero. Let's get 50 or 60 or 100, and then make it more melodramatic. That's what pisses me off. You know, they want to fly the flag at half-staff You fly the half-staff to honor heroes. Honor heroes. These people weren't heroes. And I feel for their families, but I got to go where no man dares to go. These people weren't heroes. You don't fly the flag at half-staff. You have a moment of silence. That's out of remembrance. And I understand that. You have a moment of silence. And you remember these people. But you don't have the President of the United States say, fly the flag at half-staff. What an asswipe. Fly the flag at half-staff when a military hero dies, protecting us. When a first responder, a police officer, a fireman dies. Nobody gives a damn. That's just second nature to us. Oh, hell, we had 3 policemen die. Yeah, what the hell? Ain't no big deal. Yeah, it's a big deal for their families. It's a big deal for this country. And again, a moment of silence, I understand. And I hate to see that they lost their loved ones. I really do. I swear to you, I do. But to make it such a big to-do, got to lower the flag, and then the gay community, they coming out on Front Street. This wasn't about being gay. This was about some stupid son of a bitch that was a criminal idiot. This is about some idiot that probably didn't have a life. They got brainwashed by this terrorist movement. And I understand the gays are upset, and I'd be upset too. But don't make that the new agenda. Don't make that the agenda that, it wasn't about gays. It was about an ignorant, stupid son of a bitch who was a killer. That's what it was about. Let's don't lose sight. Somebody not going around. He didn't say, hey, I'm going to kill. He didn't say when he called the police, I'm killing everybody because these son of a bitches are gay and they're kissing on each other. The men are kissing on each other like his dad said. That wasn't his last words before they blew the bastard's head off or whatever the hell they did to kill a stupid son of a bitch. It was, I praise ISIS, Allah and blue, blah, whatever the crap that towelhead son of a bitch did or said. That's what it was about. It wasn't about the gay community. So let's don't lose track and sight of what the real problem, the real situation is. Let's don't make this a politically correct thing now for the gay community. And they've got every right to live free. And Hillary Clinton, and not just her, a lot of these gun control idiots. Hey, you see what I'm talking about? Take guns away. Take a gun. Well, yeah, you're going to take the guns away from the law-abiding citizens. These asswipe stupid bastards, whether they're terrorists or just outright criminals, they're going to get guns. They do not give a damn. And for people to say, my gun rights, take our gun rights away. Again, I don't have any gun rights, but that's, I guess, because of me. But the decent people, you guys should all be able to carry guns. And I'm an advocate of that. A decent guy who's qualified to carry a gun, who's trained to carry a gun, who's qualified at the range to carry a gun, should be able to carry a gun and protect him and me and everybody else. I've told my girlfriend several times, she carries a gun every place she goes. I told her, hey, listen, I'm a felon. I can't have a gun. But if somebody comes in that restaurant or somebody comes someplace where we're at, and it looks like they're going to take us all in the back and kill us, or they're going to start shooting, I said, give me that gun. I don't give a damn about being a felon. I'll jump up and I'll blow that son of a bitch's head off. And I'll take my chances in court later. Because remember, it's always better to be judged by 12 than carried by 6. And that's the way it is. This society of ours, and it's our fault because we're all people, this society has become so violent. You know, you can get on TV and you can see all the violent movies. You can go to the iBox stores or whatever the hell they call it and get all these video games, these violent, I mean really violent video games the last 20, 30 years. But you can't see a open breast on a woman because, see, you get in trouble for that on TV. I can't use certain words on radio because, see, that's really bad. No, that's not bad. Nudity's not bad. Cussing's not the best, but it's not going to kill you. But these son of a bitches, they don't want to regulate the violence. They don't regulate violence. You don't think our young kids coming up are very impressionable? And they get immune to this violence. They see it all in all their games they play on the computers. They see it on television. But remember back one of the Super Bowls when Janet Jackson showed her areola. I guess I can't say the other word on radio. I've been fined enough. But there was a big outcry. Oh, boy, we saw that. There's no big outcry when all the violent movies. And I'm not saying to ban violent movies. I'm saying let's address the problem if it becomes a problem. Let's don't make something that's not a problem and something that is a problem go away and not think about it. We don't always have to do something, but we have to think about it. We got to put it in the right perspective. But people don't want to do that. But I'm sure I'll get hate calls. The flag should be flown at half-staff. Well, then the flag should be flown at half-staff every day. Because there's a brave military hero that's died protecting us. And we go about our regular day. We don't think about it. It's on the 5th or the 9th or the 20th page if it makes the news. And again, the moment of silence was great. Moment of silence to recognize the families and the victims there in Orlando. I understand that. But people, let's don't make this something that it's not. Let's don't make this about the gay community. Remember when the guy made the call to 911? He didn't say, I'm killing all these gay son of bitches, did he? Hell no, he didn't. He said that he supported ISIS and Mohammed al-Aqla, whatever the hell they call that crap. When I hear people, don't get me going there. Don't get me going. But think about it. We have to address the problem at hand, and the problem at hand is violence. It's violence. Now, there's terrorism all over. There's been terrorism all over this great world of ours for many, many years. It just hasn't come close to home. But now, all of a sudden, it's close to home. And now we're concerned about it, and we should be, rightfully so. But let's don't take our eye off the real target. The real target is violence. The real target is these criminal asswipe son of a bitches. So let's take the problem. Let's address the problem. Let's get a solution. Let's don't let all the fringe political propaganda people take a tragedy and make it to their benefit, make it to their liking, make it for their political agenda. That's not fair to us, and it's certainly not fair to the people that died, not just in Orlando, but all throughout this country tragically for no reason. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. This is Bob Romanik, the Grim Reaper of Radio, and you're listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, radical radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. You know, it's kind of a blah day today. I got a headache. I'm just tired. I'm tired of the crap that's going on all over. It just pisses me off, and I know it pisses you people off. This Muhammad Ali crap, that got to me last week. You know, I'm not the most stable son of a bitch in town anyway. And I kind of back off sometime, because if not, I don't want to go completely crazy. Because, see, I'm half nuts. I'm capable of doing a lot of crazy crap. And I just want to kind of take it easy today, because today seems like one of those days, if you know what I mean, and I think you do. But this political correct crap, all this other crap, it's bull. It's bull. You know, Muhammad Ali, great fighter. They fly the flag at half-staff. Everybody in the world comes to see him because he was a great fighter. Well, come to see somebody because they were a great hero, will you? You know, we got this politics crap. We got Pat Quinn, who was the governor, only because by default, when Blagojevich got indicted, he became the governor, and then they ran with him and got him elected for 4 years. But then they sold him out. The Democrats sold him out. And this asswipe bastard, now he wants to have term limits for the mayor of Chicago. See, before, Pat Quinn was always an activist until he got to be a Democrat, until the Democrats started supporting him. Once they started supporting him, then he became mainstream. When they threw him out of office, now he's back to being the advocate for the people, an activist for society, my ass. He's an opportunist son of a bitch. And the only reason they threw his ass out, the Democrats are the one that elected Rauner. Because in 2 more years, Lisa Madigan will be the candidate, and everybody's going to blame Rauner for all the crap that the Democrats have done for the last 15 years. And I don't want to put any good light on Rauner, because he's not much better. None of these son of a bitches are any good. We've got another caller. Go ahead, caller. You're on the dark side.
This is Ernie from Edinburgh calling back.
Hey, Ernie, how you doing?
All right, sir. I talked to you a couple of weeks ago, and just want to say thanks again for being the advocate down there in southern Illinois, because I'm learning more about St. Clair and what's going on down there, and it's statewide.
Yes, it is, Ernie. It's all, there's asswipe. There's enough political asswipes to go all over this state, actually to go all over this country, Ernie, you know?
Yes, sir. I gotta say something, though, about what happened over the weekend. It's a terrible tragedy anyway. It's like,
yes, it is.
And we've had a war going on in this country since the 60s, and pretty much you and I about the same age, we watched our country unravel for a number of reasons. And a lot of it, in my humble opinion, has to do with their lack of morality. We're to the point now where we're legislating immorality, because when I grew up, we'll say, well, you can't tell people that. You can't say that because that's then and this is now. But what's happening yesterday is because the enemy thinks that homosexuality happens to be a problem, happens to be wrong. And that's the only point I would agree with him on. But it's not the unforgivable sin, because it's just a deviant form of adultery. And we can't define that right in the church. And I've been watching this for over 40 years now. I said, why can't we say what's wrong with us as morality by using the scriptures? We don't want to do that anymore. But I just wanted to throw one at you and let you look at it at your convenience, and I'll call back someday and see what you think, if you don't mind.
All right, Ernie. Thank you very much. I appreciate the call. I'm not a real religious man. I'm not a real religious man, and I think people should do whatever they want to do, as long as it doesn't hurt somebody else. I don't want to dictate somebody's religious beliefs. I don't want to dictate somebody's sexual beliefs. I think everybody should do what they want, as long as they don't hurt anybody along the way. And I've said it 1,000 times, gay, straight, I don't care what 2 consenting adults do, but do it in the confines of their bedroom. Don't have to bring it out in the street, because there's a lot of stuff been going on for all these years. Hell, we got Catholic priests that are pedophiles. We've got politicians who are adulterers. We've got, it's been that way for ever since man's been around and woman's been around. So I don't want to cast a bad light. Speaking of Catholic Church, they had the Holy Rosary picnic and parade in Fairmont City Friday. Great group of people out there. Holy Rosary Church, a great church. Nothing bad about them. But everyone was told on our side of the fence, the political fence, that not going to be any politicians in the parade. So we get there, and there's Barra Civic, and there's all the Democrats. And I went up to the priest and I said, Father, I said, I don't want to complain, but I said, I do. I said, I thought you said there weren't going to be any political floats in the parade. He said, sir, I didn't want any political floats. I got mad, but they got in there anyway. That just shows you how the asswipe Democrats are in St. Clair County. They're going to take over the political setting. They're going to take over the personal setting. They're going to take over the religious setting, because that's what they do. That's what these inbred bastards do. That's what these no good son of a bitches do. You know, they want to intimidate everybody, but I think this year, I don't think they're gonna take that intimidation very far. They're out at every picnic. They're worried. They know the time's coming that people are tired of their crap. But anyway, I just thought it was kind of crappy that they bogarted into the Holy Rosary Parade and picnic on Friday. So, but getting back to Pat Quinn real quick. They're going to run Lisa Madigan in 2 more years, and they're going to say, look what Rauner's done. And they're going to hope the good people, the smart people, both Democrats and Republicans, don't remember the 12, 15, 20 years of poor leadership by the Democratic organization. They're going to hope they forget about it, and they're going to put the whole blame on Rauner. And not that Rauner doesn't deserve some blame. And I see in the paper, and I got to go here, this asswipe Doug Jamison, he's the head of the Republican Party in St. Clair County. He's the one I cussed out, called him a little bitch boy. I'm the one that exposed all the crap up in Springfield with the domestic violence, with the not paying his son over $100,000 in child support. So they censure me from the Republican Party, and I say to that, kiss my ass, don't give a damn, could care less. But now they got a picture of Barb Viviano and Mary Turman in the paper. These are 2 of the ones that have screwed up this whole St. Clair County Republican Party, and I don't think it took much to screw them up. And again, I'm not talking about the proud Republicans, the rank and file all throughout this county. There's a lot of good rank and file Republicans and a lot of good rank and file Democrats. It's the organizational Democrats, it's the organizational Republicans that people have a problem with, that I have a problem with. These son of a bitches want to organize so they can control people. Don't let these organizations, no matter what they are, control you. Think for yourself. Think for yourself. Do for yourself, because these no good son of a bitches, they all have a hidden political agenda, and it's for them to benefit. It's for their families to benefit. It's for their friends to benefit. It's not for me and you and the majority of people in this county. It's not for us to benefit. They give a damn less. You've known that for the last 30, 40, 50 years in St. Clair County. But it's amazing. It's amazing how they want everybody now. You're a Democrat. No, you're not a Democrat. You're a citizens of this great country, of this great state, of this great county. You vote your conscience. You vote your convictions. You don't vote for the party, because the party's not going to do anything but leave you out. When the party starts, the door will be shut on you and me and everybody else that's here. Everybody here needs to understand, and I say this sincerely, these asswipe politicians, Democrats and Republicans, these organized Democrats and Republicans give a damn less about me and you. They give a damn about themselves. That's all they give a damn about. Before we go, there was something, I can't find it in the paper. It said, he said, I'm voting for Trump. I'm not voting for a choir boy. I'm voting for a president. I'm voting for someone who's going to fight, who's going to stand up and do what needs to be done. And I say that because, you know, I'm running for office. We've got a lot of other people running for office, and none of us are perfect. I'm probably less perfect than any of them. But it's what we have in store for you good people, our bosses. And what we have in store is to get rid of this culture of corruption in St. Clair County, to get rid of these asswipe politicians. We're not running on the, hey, I'm perfect platform, because I'm far from being perfect. But I will be, as the other candidates with the St. Clair County Freedom Coalition, we will be perfect to fight for you and to destroy this culture of corruption in St. Clair County. This is Bob Romanik. The Grim Reaper of radio, and you've been listening to the all-new KQQZ 1190 AM, simulcasting on KZQZ 1430 AM, Insane Broadcasting, America's bi-state voice of freedom, Radical Radio, and we are, as always, proud, very, very proud to be the Patriot. Come on back tomorrow, same time, same place. We will be fighting the culture of corruption. We'll be fighting for what's right in this great country. We'll be fighting against the bad guys and fighting for us, the good guys. But in closing today, I would like to say again, our thoughts, and for you religious people, I hope your prayers are with everybody in Orlando, their families, because it was a tragedy. It was a tragedy not because they were homosexual, not because this guy was a terrorist and it was a terrorist act, because human lives were lost. That's the tragedy. We can get by the labels. The labels mean nothing. It was a tragedy for them and their families. So let's remember not the political backgrounds, not the political fallout that's going to come from this. Let's remember them and their families, the great people they were, the great families that are going to miss them. Let's remember that as we go out. And also, let's remember we have to continue. Life goes on, and we have to continue to fight these political parasitical punks, not just overseas, but in this great country of ours. So let's continue to unite, to educate each other and ourselves, to come together, to band together as one, Democrats, Republican, men, women, black and white. Let's come together as one to destroy this culture of corruption all throughout this great country. Let's put public servants back into office. The hell with these ass-wipe, no-count, inbred, good-for-nothing politicians. And let's continue to expose these no-count, political, parasitical punks that we do call politicians. And on election day, and on every day, let's continue our fight to get rid of this corruption, to get rid of this political cancer, to destroy these no-good son of a bitches before they destroy us and our families. Destroy them politically, of course, right here on the dark side.
They're coming to take me away, ha-ha. They're coming to take me away, ho-ho, hee-hee, ha-ha. To the funny farm where life is beautiful.